The new delimitation exercise and the women's reservation law, promising 33% seats for women in the Lok Sabha, are now at the center of a political storm. But why is the landmark Nari Sashaktikaran reform, which saw an overwhelming 99.5% support with just 2 MPs opposing it in 2023, suddenly triggering such a fierce debate today? Here's the twist. The promise of 33% women reservation is not what the opposition is against. The issue is that the women's bill doesn't kick in immediately. It is tied to something far more complex: delimitation. Delimitation is the process of redrawing constituency boundaries and redistributing Lok Sabha seats among states based on population. The logic is simple. States with more population have more representation in the parliament. From 543 to 850 seats. That's the scale of change the proposed delimitation exercise is aiming at in the Lok Sabha. A new delimitation commission will be tasked with redrawing boundaries, and the redistribution will be based on population using the 2011 census. Are southern states being punished for performing better? Back in 1976, the government froze Lok Sabha seats based on the 1971 census through the 42nd Amendment. The idea was basically to encourage population control so that when delimitation happens, it's basically redrawing the political map based on the population. No state gets penalized. This was taken forward in 2001 by the Vajpayee government.
When Indira Gandhi was the Prime Minister, the protection of the states has been given by the Constitution 25 years. Sir, Atal Bihari Vajpayee ji also in 2001. Atal Bihari Vajpayee also extended that protection. Now you want to take away the protection given by Indira ji and Atal Bihari Vajpayee.
The southern bloc, Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, Kerala, Karnataka, these states have over the decades successfully controlled population growth through better implementation of family planning policies. But now they fear that despite their developmental growth, their seats might not increase at the same rate as states with higher population.
மக்கள் தொகையை கட்டுப்படுத்துங்க, அளவா குழந்தைகளை பெற்றுக்கோங்க, குடும்ப கட்டுப்பாட்டை கடைபிடிங்கன்னு ஒன்றிய அரசு சொன்னதையெல்லாம் நாங்கள் கேட்டோம். சொன்னதை ஒழுங்காக செஞ்சதுக்காகவே எங்களுக்கு தண்டனை தருவீங்களா? தென் மாநிலங்கள் பாதிப்படையாது என நாடாளுமன்றத்தில் வச்சு பிரதமர் அவர்கள் உத்தரவாதம் தரணும்னு கேட்டோம்.
Another key factor in this debate is the caste census. Parties say that they are for the women reservation bill but oppose linking it with delimitation. The opposition alleges that in the guise of implementing the Women's Reservation Bill 2023, the centre is effectively sidelining the caste census and pushing it into cold storage. The opposition argues that by effectively delinking women reservation from a fresh census and instead relying on the 2011 data, the centre could skew representation. The allegations are that avoiding an updated census may lead to an unfair distribution of power, disadvantaging backward classes, and have described the move as a devious attempt to shape political outcomes.
हमारा कहना है नया सेंसस चालू हो गया है, आप कह रहे हो कि ओबीसी सेंसस आप कर रहे हो, तो उस सेंसस का प्रयोग करके आप महिला बिल क्यों नहीं पास कर रहे?
To allay concerns from jittery southern states, the government is considering a 50% formula. Under this proposal, states would retain roughly the same proportional representation in parliament as they have today, even after delimitation.
The above said seats, the 550 seats mentioned above, shall be allotted to each state in such a manner that the ratio between the number of population of seats and the total seats and the population of the state shall, as far as practicable, be same across the state. This is the provision that operates the 50% argument. Today what we have done, instead of 530 members, we have now increased it to 815 members for the House of People seats from the states and increased another 30 for the union territories. A 50% increase is what we have given.
For instance, states like Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, Odisha and Karnataka would see their total seat count increase, but their overall share in the Lok Sabha would remain broadly similar, together rising to around 272 seats. The main objective is to maintain the current balance of power within states by the 50% ratio rather than deciding them with the 2011 population figures. If you apply that formula, the seats in UP move from 80 to 120, in Maharashtra they move from 48 to 72, in Tamil Nadu 39 to 59 and likewise. If this formula is implemented, it could undercut much of the criticism around the bill. However, the key question the opposition continues to raise is the government's hurried attempt to complete the delimitation exercise before the 2029 elections.